Hey folks, Phil Gallagher here for another Monster Train run. Last run we kind of derailed a little bit early on, hoping to improve on that today. I want to play the Awoken. If I want to win, we just go Awoken Stygian. Like, it's so easy. But let's go Awoken random. Nice. Alright, so we're getting sapped, which is like not that big of a deal when playing the combination that we're playing. We have some very powerful starting cards that I'm very happy. We have Awoken Stygian, so like I better win after hyping up how good this was. Ooh, okay. We have a great set of abilities here. I'm gonna go with Jack Strips. This just kills all the support units when they move between floors, and that's something that's often important for Awoken, since many of your direct damage spells are not great at hitting. We do have some Titan's Tooth. I really wanted the Spikes unit here, but it looks like we're going Explosive instead. I have not found Cultivating particularly powerful. How much health does this thing have? 5. We have 4 copies of Rejuvenate. We have a decent amount. We have 2 sweeping cards and Jack Strips. Jack Strips just like wins this fight on its own. Yeah, we're good with this. We're gonna make our stand on the final floor. So like essentially we're not going to be attacking any early unit whatsoever. They're just like showing off the power of Jack Strip. All these have 1 health, right? So they go up a floor and they are going to kill themselves. So we don't need to play spells like this. Instead we can get regen stacks starting on our champion. Jack Strips! So our regen already kills this. And now the question is, like, are we willing to lose 2 max health on our boss for having 8 power? I think we are willing to make that trade exactly once. Yeah, you can come hang out up here. Jack Strips! Yeah, it's worth 5 damage to play a Train Steward on 2. Yeah, we'll just back up regen, thank you. And that should mean that we win this very handily now. Yep. This is a very powerful starting deck, given the Jack Strips. Steel Enhancer is a great, like, slow increase over time and gives our units max health, which is kind of balancing to Razor Sharp Edge. Glimmer is also interesting. We have 2 sweeping cards already and Jack Strips though, so that's less interesting to me. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Steel Enhancer. Offering Token is interesting with 2 Titans early. We also have, what is it, Prior? Is that the name of it? No, but what? Excuse me, the Wildwood Custodian, giving us additional draw, makes it more likely that we can assemble Titan's Tooth plus Offering Token at the same time. I think I'm good with this. Adding Sting spells to my hand is definitely cool. Like, it's increased card draw, a greater ability to assemble Offering Token. But additional armor definitely has its worth as well. Quick look at the map. We're probably going to go left and try to upgrade 2 units. And if I'm getting a Stygian unit, there's a very good chance I'm going to want to put it behind. So I'm going to take the Guard of the Unnamed here. Like, there's so many good, like, sweep Stygian units. Stygian unit. It would have been fine going either way. Old Kylia is totally fine. Gonna be a good supplement to bosses. Ooh. So I can do multi-strike plus 1 upgrade. Multi-strike on Cold Kylia plus Battlestone on the other guys. Pretty good. Actually, hold up. Is there a duplication event next floor? There is a duplication event next floor. I will want to go left. So given that, it may be better to make 2 tanks here. Using a reroll. And upgrade Guard of the Unnamed. And then hope to hit, like, Large Stone. Or I might not be able to afford Large Stone after reroll. Alright, mature decision. Alright, so we have made 2 very good tanks, and nothing really wants spikes. The dream was to also get a damage upgrade for Cold Kylia here. That didn't play out quite like I wanted, but it's okay. So armor 10 means that these things now don't die in between floors. The unit draft is totally fine. I don't know if I need the unit draft right now. As weird as that sounds. So, like, I have 3 different tanks. I have 1 thing to put behind the tank. I guess I do kind of want more things to put behind the tank so that it, like, they don't have to be train stewards. But I'm not doing a ton of damage. And, like, that is definitely something that I would worry about. The Titan's Tooth kind of bails us out, but these are only hitting for 10. Both Kylia is doing damage over time. I think I'm going to try to conserve the Pyre health for a little bit later. And just, like, take these free kills. So it's possible I just set you up on floor 2 this time around. Like, set you up on floor 2 and enhance you. And you can hang out here. Nice. Playing you was a mistake. I now want you to die. Before I draw... Oh no, I haven't duplicated yet. No, it wasn't a mistake. This is fine. Although this is like... This is really a floor 1 unit right now. We're relying on jack strips to kill these things. Alright, I guess this is going up here. It's just kind of awkward. Oh wow, we're just like already to boss time, huh? Still think we do this. Alright. I'm a simple man. I draw a Titan's Tooth on a boss turn, and I cast it. So the boss is almost dead. This honestly might be enough to fit the scales. Yeah, okay. The regen 5 is great with our champion. Long term, I guess I see myself having both energy and space issues. Not the best. I'd take a third one of these. Like, we have an offering token and a decent amount. Well, not a decent amount. We have some card draw, to be more accurate. Alright, are we still duplicating? I think we're still duplicating. Alright, is another Cold Kylia good? I will now have... I essentially have 3 tanks, 2 Cold Kylias, and a Wildwood Custodian to put behind them. Another Cold Kylia is okay. I don't think great, but okay. I'm going to do the Concealed Cavern events prior to the duplication, in case I get a card from this that I would rather duplicate. The Remains of Armageddon, you say? So, in case you haven't gotten this event before, if you keep these in your deck without using them for a floor or 2, they upgrade to have Consume instead of Purge, and then are extremely strong. So, for example, applying 3x damage shields multiple times during a fight, probably just means you free roll the fight. I'm gonna take the shield here. The sword is just, play it and it sweeps a floor. The shield is, this sets you up to, really take down the difficult enemies and bosses. It's possible my build is already good enough against bosses, or is heading in the direction to be good enough against bosses that I should actually hedge against traditional enemies that are very strong and armored by taking the skull. I have Frostbite and Rejuvenate that is going to stack up versus bosses. I don't think we're quite there yet in terms of scaling. I'm gonna take the shield, but I don't think this is 100% clear cut by any stretch of the imagination. And so now it's actually interesting whether we duplicate that shield or whether we duplicate our Guard of the Unnamed. We can maybe get another tank later that is as good as or better than Guard of the Unnamed. But we are absolutely not going to get something that can apply 6 to 8 damage shield in a turn. That's just not happening. We'll see how much these barrels mess us up. These early units are not of concern. Now the question is, how am I setting up this fight? I think the plan is try to get Frostbite on the boss on earlier floors, and then hide like a coward on the top floor behind these 2 units, probably giving you some attack power. And then we don't play Cold Kylia out on either floor because she will just die. Okay, easy turn. I see the boss. I hit it with Frostbite. We let Jackson do most of the work for the smaller units in this fight. This is probably worth doing here. The tankier units, while I would not call them a problem, we would prefer to hit fewer. We would prefer to take fewer hits from them over the course of this fight. Obviously, I'm gonna stack the regens up on you, and now we can talk about enhancing your max life total, I suppose, and doing a little more regen here. This stacks up a decent amount of damage and gets us a kill on one of those units. Thought your haste was upside. You were wrong. We have a Titan's Tooth to hit. We do not have a Titan's Tooth to hit. We'll still cast this here for incant reasons. Now know, there's this weird game of like, do I keep enhancing my power on this unit? Or do I just keep scoring? Flash. What am I doing with this Train Steward? I think I'm strong enough that I can do this. Oh, when? We're already at final wave, huh? Like, we keep the restore stacks going here. This is worth an armor. Which is relevant. And I think we'll just do this. That kept me from doing this, so maybe it's not the greatest. But with 25 frostbite on the boss already, I think it's already just, yeah. Foregone conclusion. One's going extremely well. We have some powerful situational cards here. Spreading Spores is okay if you get it not duplicated. If you get it upgraded, but otherwise it's like basically trash. Wildwood Tome giving quick is good, but we don't have our Cold Kylias upgraded yet, so it's not good right now. What does next floor look like? So floor 4, we are I would really like to go right and remove some cards. Like, I don't need the Pyro Remains. The extra gold is kind of whatever. I think Artifact plus Remove is more powerful than Merchant of Magic, upgrading a lot of different things. Do I want the Situational Siren Song, and which artifact am I getting? I'm probably getting the Energy artifact right now. So, at the shop, there's also the possibility of upgrading these, but I don't know if these get replaced with ones that have Consume instead of Purge. So I don't know what happens in terms of like upgrading these. I don't want to do an upgrade and then realize like they're replaced with new versions of the card. I don't know the exact text of that event. This is pretty tempting. I'm going to draw it a lot of times and it's going to be dead, but I'm not exactly the best at killing normal unit yet. And this may help me kill a lot of normal units that otherwise would get hits on the pyre. I'm going to go ahead and take this. I think without the opportunity to immediately upgrade any of these, this is probably a skip. Maybe I need another tank, actually. Or any of these, like, real tanky. Not real tanky, but, like, maybe tanky enough. I'm not excited about Wilting Sapwood. There's times where the Sentient doesn't get placed behind Guard of the Unnamed, but it just, like, kind of depends on the draws. And a lot of the initial draws have been Guard of the Unnamed plus Sentient in the same hand, but not a Cold Kylia as well. The game has a tendency, I believe, to give you your big tanky units earlier on in the fight. I don't think the way the deck's stacked is entirely random. So, the champion. I think it's explosive too. We did pick up a Rejuvenate 5 card to help out with, like, actually powering this thing up. And especially if it's not always going to be my front unit on a floor, which it's looking like is the case right now. Hmm. Potentially just hell venting next floor. But like next floor is still very much a choice, but neither one of them is spell upgrades. I probably do a spell upgrade set 2 floors from now. I probably get more utility out of Cursed Vines. I have enough units that need upgrades that I don't think we add medium utility upgrades. So my current opinion is that we're going to be very good at killing bosses and very poor at killing large armored enemies. We need money. This is fine. We're going to take some fire damage for doing this. Like, unquestionably, we are going to take some fire damage for doing this. They're still unplayable. I don't have Rejuvenate turn 1. I think largely we're just like letting these things pass by and just hitting the fire. We don't super want to kill them. So that probably means that, again, I do this awkward thing where like I play tank followed by more other tank on the same floor. Oh no, I forgot about jack strips. I set this up wrong. Yeah, no, I didn't leave myself a good spot for Cold Kylia. Yeah, hopefully we draw Wilting Sapwood next turn. Do I even play the Cold Kylia this run through up the deck? I wish I could do like... No, you're gonna die in 1 fire hit. It's okay, it's okay. So I think we give you some attack, and then we just like stack the regen up. And that kills the front unit here while Jack's stripping the back unit. Awkward turn. We're letting that go. This can go here, and what are we ready to sharp edging? It can just be the big boy. It could also be you. I think my back unit here makes more sense. And what do we do with Train Steward? I can just, like, kill Train Steward. I have another Cold Kylie I can draw. I don't super want to do this. There's worlds where I might want a Train Steward later. Okay. So that goes there. We do the regen dance. If I get damage on the back unit if I cast this, you're already dying to 1 fire hit. And I probably don't kill you. I did not think that. I've got a couple of armor. Take 12 plus 2 from Jack Strips, so this kills you without the fire taking any damage. Have some more stuff. Oh, we put the boss in front, which is like stellar. Train Steward can go here. Don't need to ascend you. I'm so close. Got there. Maybe this whole tank for the tank plan is, like, actually okay. But as we saw there, like, some of my units are, like, absolutely slipping, or some of the enemy units are absolutely slipping through the cracks because I'm not doing enough DPS. I don't have any Sting synergies right now, but just, like, effectively drawing more cards per turn and having some things that are going to trigger incant seem totally reasonable to me. Speaking of incant. Preserve is interesting. So, Preserve plus the upgraded Thy Holiest Shield allows me to set up for a really big protective turn, or allows me to, like, set up interesting Titan Tooth spots. I think that's actually more valuable here. Yeah, okay, so here's our Thy Holiest Shield upgrade. Okay, so this is how that works. Alright, so now I know for the future. It's Hope for Peace gives the cards with Purge Consume instead. So I could have upgraded the Thy Holiest Shields earlier. It's pretty silly if you get, like, double stack on them. Alright, so now the question is, which way are we going? Going right allows us to, like, duplicate Thy Holiest Shield or the Guard of the Unnamed. The Wilting Sapwood really doesn't have a great spot. Maybe that's not true. So, like, if the plan is, like, one floor is Guard of the Unnamed plus Sentient, another floor is Guard of the Unnamed plus Cold Kylia, and the last floor is Wilting Sapwood plus Cold Kylia. Duplicating a unit is fine. Double remove this way is also totally reasonable. Because I still have these, like, Rain Stewards that are dead draws, and I would love to get some Frozen Lances out of my deck. What's next floor? Next floor is, again, tricky. Because, like, Merchant of Magic has some really high upside for us with double stack. So we're probably going remove Merchant of Magic and Fire Health next floor. So maybe we'll go right for this floor. Alright, so this is getting some random cards. Awoken Umbra Hellhorn. We're gonna go for Awoken first. It's about to say, hoping to get more Wildwood Sap. That's pretty clutch. Yeah, we're good. We got plenty of value up from that event. Very happy. Very, very happy there. Now we get the Fire Health. And I do believe that Thy Holiest Shield is better than duplicating, like, a Wildwood Sap or something like that. You can also duplicate the unit like I was talking about. I think I've had enough trouble setting up early that I do want to duplicate this unit. Even though I think it is of medium quality as far as, like, long-term run prospects go. Enemies enter with Spell Shield 2. I'm okay with that. Killing a lot of smaller units via Jack Strips anyway. The stealth is a problem, so we're going to not necessarily want to set up our, like, best floor on floor 1. I think we're going to go yaw, yaw, and yaw. And we'll hope the Jack strips away most of the stuff on lower floors. It is not safe for Cold Kylia down there. Is Cold Kylia going behind you? That was not the plan. Is it fine, though? It's not bad. To clarify, it's certainly not bad, but the plan was put you in front of you. I do have another Cold Kylia. No, my other one's already on 2. I maybe don't get to play you this fight if I don't play you out here. I think that's okay. I think instead I want to, like, build up this floor a bit, like, enhance your sweeping damage. And you have a spell shield. Guess I can chip away at that. Oh no, did I not? No one say anything. No one say anything. Alright. So, the question is this a Thy Holiest Shield turn, or is this do other stuff turn? I think it's a do other stuff turn. So I think I apply Frozen to this card, so that, like, it's around for the turn that I actually want to play it. I think I regen you. Oh, you're not taking anywhere near 50, right? Yeah. You can hang out down here. You can get the regen stacked up. Oh, baby, combo. Hey, now I have 8 energy to apply towards this. Well, 7 after we do this. That's heroes. Do I want to steal Enhancer or something? Steal Enhancer is probably worth a decent amount on this unit. It has no attack power yet. 18 damage shields. That gets us through the battle. Gonna send you up and... No, you're already dying. But does... Oh, JK. I know what I'm going to do. So the regen comes here. And now... So a legitimate question is, like, where do I play this Thy Holiest Shield? Because the enemy has Stealth 8. And probably comes with some friends. It's not floor 1. It might be floor 2, in the hopes that, like, we use floor 2 to get rid of a whole bunch of stacks of... not Spell Shield, Stealth. And then we, like, actually pick the fight on floor 3. That seems fine to me. I don't think too many things matter that much when we have, like, this many damage shields available. Oh man, I didn't even realize that we got to do this as well. That's disgusting. Yeah, I mean, I guess the damage on you doesn't matter and isn't going to change anything, right? 15 damage. Yeah, that's not going to change anything, so I'd rather get Incant up here. Maybe here. I could probably map it out and figure out, like, which one is, like, actually better. But I feel like this fight is won, so I don't need to do that. Oh, the fight is, like, already won. Turns out that this number of damage shields is just absolutely disgusting. Frostbite stacked up there to do incredible things. Draw 3 cards next turn. How do we feel about that? It's fine. I don't know that I'm actually going to take it. Like, my deck is still quite thick. Reserve was very good. Very, very, very good. I don't know that it's good enough for a second, but it's real close. So at this point, I'll largely be looking to thin my deck, which probably incentivizes me to go this way. I do need desperately unit upgrades on the Cold Kylias. They are not up to snuff against anything but bosses right now, though. And I'm not going to get the opportunity to buff my units until the final floor, which I will take. I want to go this way, I do. I think it is correct to go left. So, Priory's cloak is fine. We're only basically healing our sentient, though, and oftentimes when we're rejuvenating it, we're not actually healing it. I don't know how valuable that actually is. Similarly, the cards with... we don't have that many cards with Consume. The Wirewood Saps and Die Holy as shields. So I think we're kind of in a situation where both of these are only of medium to medium minus power level. And I don't even know that they deserve the medium. I think these are just, like, not great artifacts in the context that we're currently in. I think we're going to take the chip damage and be happy enough. How is Large Stone? Most of our units are 2-cost size, so, like, Large Stone is totally reasonable. The one floor is Guard and Sentient. Another floor is Guard and Colkylia. The third floor is Guard. Okay, so Wildwood Custodian gets tucked behind our Sentient floor. If I upgrade a Colkylia with Large Stone, then there's going to be some awkward times where I draw them in situations that don't allow me to place them optimally. I think that's okay. This is a very considerable upgrade in terms of stats. And also means that one of the Cold Kylias can be, like, played out on its own. And can't armor, fine. I'd rather try to reroll for some health on you. Quick! Oh, we didn't get Quick plus... oh no, we did get Quick. Alright. So we did not successfully upgrade our worst tank. I don't even think I'm going to spend the gold to incant. I think purging at this point is more relevant. So we're going to purge both Train Stewards as the starting point, and then probably purge a Frozen Lance as well. That's starting to get expensive. That's okay. Alright. So the X seal is the storage cards. And we're okay with that. Our Pyre is pretty healthy. Alright. We have enough energy to do all but one of the things in our hand. This is the beefy Cold Kylia, which given circumstances probably gets played out on floor 1. This is going to set up on 3. This is going to hide behind that, and now the question is, like, do we start the regen or do we save the fire health? And I think we save the fire health. Hey, that looks like real similar to what just happened. Alright, so... I think I have time to draw the other guard, the unnamed, and put it in front of you. So I'd rather set up this floor. Be good against units that make it past floor 1. There's now an interesting question of where do I play Razor Sharp Edge. Playing it on you means I can start chipping away at this. But this also starts chipping away. Not chipping, just murdering. Okay. I think this is most valuable in giving you your initial points of attack. And then this gives armor. I think I value it here over the bottom floor. Alright, a lot going on here. Okay, yeah, so this is exactly what I was talking about in terms of space, where, like, if we play the Cold Kylias on the wrong floors, then this happens. So, this was an avoidable error. It's okay. So, this is happening. 100% for sure. This floor is good, this floor is good. I am 100% preserving the Die Holiest Shield for later. I really need to start getting more regen stacks on this so my regen doesn't decay. The question is, like, am I willing to take fire damage to do that? I don't think I'm willing to take fire damage. I think this fight is going to go exceptionally well. So easy part of the turn is that goes there. Harder part of the turn is what am I doing with the rest? I think I hold this for the other Thy Holiest Shield rather than like trying to save a Titan's Tooth. So accordingly, I think I'm just good with stacking up the Frostbite on the boss. Good, Titan's Tooth. 50% chance to hit Titan's Tooth. And if we don't hit Titan's Tooth, we just discard this. It hit Titan's Tooth. Alright, so now we'll purge that. We will go to this floor, this floor, permafrost this for a turn where we have full energy. Regen you, and 6 damage to somebody who is the lucky winner. 6 damage means that 10, and then a hit for 8 goes through. Okay, so this is great. We now have a turn. That's offering. Not playing you out this fight. Oh, holy crap! I just kind of like conceptually assumed that these were going to exhaust. They do not. Where are we putting this first shield? Probably here. Stacking up the Frostbite is great. Everyone's dead here. Let's... I'm starting to take a concerning amount of damage on this floor. I'm probably fine with that. Like, the fight is not on this floor. The question is, like, do I want to save 1 health on this unit? I don't know how relevant the 1 health actually is. Versus the, like, 3 armor on one of these other floors. Yeah. Do I want to save any of these cards over preserve? Yeah, I probably am okay with getting a Razor Sharp Edge up on the top floor. Or a Steel Enhancer, either is fine. Probably Razor Sharp. Steel Enhancer on the back unit is meaningful though. Preserve that. I think this is the last wave before the boss. let's not take fire damage this fight. We're doing great. Alright, is this the time when I just let you go? I don't, like, super want to let you go. This restores for 2. I need to get to 7 health on you. 2-4, I'm not getting the 7 health. Back strips kills you. Alright. What about Steel Enhancer? Or actually, I could play a Thy Holiest Shield on this unit. I'm doing so much more damage over time up here, though. The fight is not on this floor. And I want to cast this for a large-ish number. Also, if I let you die, there's a chance that I draw... no, there's not a chance that I draw it. It's in the file currently. Alright, so you getting some amount of attack is meaningful. And you keeping regen stacks decently high is meaningful. Okay, so... hit ya or armor? Probably just take the armor here. We're going to take the armor, we're going to take the armor, apply a permafrost to this. And now let's take our shields up here. 12 damage shield is sweet. We still have a Titan's Tooth to play next turn. Our boss is not nearly as close to dead as I was expecting. Maybe I'm in more danger than I suspected. I would want a restore next turn. Never mind, we're like totally good. There's 44 stacks of frostbite here. Yeah, that's not a problem. Yeah, I would like to do some things so that we're better against killing regular enemies. What am I taking from the boss reward? I have enough expensive spells that I'm probably supposed to take energy, especially with the X spells that I have. So if I take more energy, then like both of these are reasonable picks. The Awoken Rail Spike does really good things to like making my deck more castable, but Cycle of Life plus like spikes gives me another way to kill small units. I'm already good at killing small units. It's the big ones that I worry about. Like, this is really good scaling. So this is really good scaling, and this is making me better at casting my spells. But I should be better at casting my spells by taking another copy of Fell's Remorse. So I'll take scaling. I think I skipped on a draw that I shouldn't have based on how the deck looks now. Alright, so we have removal and duplication to think about. Duplication on the shield is obviously insane, but double stack is pretty silly as well, if I can get that from the shop. I really have anemic spells that could use to be upgraded. Like, these restores being larger numbers is pretty huge. And like similarly, double stack on any number of the cards that I have is also great. I find this decision very difficult. Like duplicate plus double remove allows me to double remove Frozen Lance and duplicate a third copy of Thy Holiest Shield. But that doesn't make me better at killing units. Whereas like a double stack on Titan's Tooth makes me so much better at killing units. And I don't think I have a duplication that makes me particularly better at killing units. I'm gonna go left. I guess the Sentient now does an okay job of killing units. Let's do this first in case I get a duplication event. Alright, what could I remove Consume from? Okay, well... So, as I learned in a previous run, you can't Emberstone X-cost spells. It doesn't work. Duplicating Preserved Thorns. Or not duplicating. Removing Consume on Preserved Thorns to give me a lot of card draw is pretty interesting. Because with more card draw, I'm more likely to set up free Offerings, free Titan's Tooth sorts of scenarios. The issue is that if I take Eternal Stone, I don't get to reroll this shop. And rerolling this shop is probably pretty good for my ability to kill regular units. I think I am going to reduce the cost of the Cycle of Life and then reroll the shop. Double stack. Okay. So now I either double stack Cycle of Life or Titan's Tooth. Spike's 8 and plus 20 health is very absurd. But, and like, so is double stack on Thy Holiest Shield. I'm still really worried about killing regular units, so improving Titan's Tooth is something that works towards that. Yeah, duplication event, you say. Oh no, this is purge a card, gain a card. Yeah, okay. Frozen Lance, get out. Frozen Lance, get out. No, logbook. I want logbook. Alright, so I want to look at cards. I would like to look at Stygian. I would like to look at rares. This is not really what I'm looking for. Whereas Awoken rares look better to me. Quick plus sweep is totally fine. I don't think this is like a slam dunk or anything, but quick on the other Cold Kylia is certainly relevant. I think we're doing okay right now. I'm hyper confident that we have the win locked or anything. I'm still worried about large armored units. Or, like, large tanky units. We're not going to take the gold here. I want to preserve as much pyre health as possible for the final fight. I'm slightly worried about the Seraph fight. So you being in front is pretty cool. Are we setting up floor 1, Sentient, and Guard? It feels like that's what's happening. Alternatively, I just like double sting you and set up all 3 of these on the 3rd floor, and like that's my ideal 3rd floor. I guess ideal 3rd floor is like too meaningful to just throw away. Alright. A lot of things going on here. So is this the 3-cost one? This is the 3-cost one. So I want to play this one with the Guard. I would also like to sweep this unit so that I don't take a billion on the Guard on turn 1. I can do that. Yaw. Plus the Titan's Tooth. It is the double stack Titan's Tooth at that. Inconvenient numbers. Alright, how much are you attacking for? You're attacking for 10. Am I okay with playing you out? No, I'm not, because I didn't play out the Wilting Sapwood already. I'd like to use my energy in other ways this turn. Probably means, like, doing this. Ooh, no. Ooh, no. This, like, 1 damage that I've been short in all of these spells is brutal. This keeps you alive. You're probably dead next turn. Just throwing it out there, unless I draw a Thy Holiest Shield and play it on you. Like, this Restore doesn't matter down there, whereas the Restore is hyper relevant up here. Alright, well, there is a Thy Holiest Shield. It's just incredibly awkward. It applies 15 damage shield. I use 5 of them this turn. I'm good with that. So that I can keep this unit alive for longer. Things are slipping through above, and I think if I lose out on this much damage in turn cycles this early on in the fight, I'm not in good long-term shape. Multiple permafrosts, huh? What do these look like? These are cards that I want to draw right now. I maybe didn't play this spell on the optimal floor in hindsight. So you are getting regen. No, this was probably the optimal floor. So you with quick probably matters. Yeah, you with quick probably matters. And regen here matters. I guess we're holding, and this is definite awkwardness in terms of preserve. Like, we'll make it work somehow, but not the ideal preserve scenario. So I would like to kill you. And again, we're dealing exactly 5 damage to you. Alright. Jackstrips finishes you off. The offering is very good. Hopefully we can just do it for free later. The Frostbite is worth a decent amount of damage if I play it here, though. So I think this turn does look like this. And then this. And then this. And I think now I go up to this floor. Permafrost the Wildwood Sap here. And Wilting Sapling is, if I play this out, is actually just going to like do a bunch of damage to this and like maybe clog me and maybe make it so that this boss deals too much damage to me on the top floor. I think I'm just gonna like give up middle floor and make the full stand on the top floor. Actually, with that amount of scaling, maybe. Alright, Thy Holiest Shield, 15 damage shields, should, like, guarantee me a win up here. I don't even think I need to math that out. Yeah. We're done. So, like, we're very good at killing bosses. Very, very good. But regular enemies are still spooky. How is focused growth? The additional card draw is definitely relevant. The 25 health restore. Would have been relevant that fight on the large stone Old Kylia. I don't know about that. I'm gonna take the. We're already so good against bosses. I don't take more cards that make me good against bosses. Yeah. This, on the other hand, makes me much better against regular enemy units. It helps me. It keeps me from taking a whole bunch of incidental damage on my units, so that I don't get. So that my units don't get killed before they do their thing. All right. So we have Seraph the Temperament, which is that one. What is the plan? How am I beating regular units? Probably using Titan's Tooth. I could duplicate that. And also go to the Merchant of Magic and try to get more things with double stack. And also just duplicate a Thy Holiest Shield and hope that I make it to the boss. I think going either way is totally fine. I only have 180 gold, so I think I'm going to go left and then like see what the Merchant of Trinkets has to offer. X cost cards get +3 to their X value when played. I will be taking that. I'm going to look at the other shop. Yeah. That okay. We have the Holiest Shield. We have a lot of the Holiest Shield. I think we're taking another at this point. Like, given how much more powerful they just got. And we'll see how this goes. I am, like, absolutely worried about enemies getting through and killing the Pyro before we get to the boss. But I cannot imagine us losing if we do make it to the boss. Which one is this? This is the small one. Consume. I see. I can do 120 to the front enemy unit here. Am I setting up Sentient on 1? Maybe this is a fight where I set up the Sentient on floor 1. and like try to deal a ton of damage via Rejuvenate. Alright, not the expected game plan, but we're gonna hit floor 1. Maybe a little bit harder than normal. Maybe this plan was very bad. We'll find out. Plan looks great. Alright, we need some Wildwood Sap down ASAP. Yeah. Alright, now a guard goes on both floors. And now I need to think about these other cards. I probably need to respect your max life total a whole lot before I give you damage shields. Oh geez, Sap is doing work on you. JK, I need to increase your attack power so you actually do some things. And do I need to just like enhance you again so you're still sweeping small units? Yes, I think I do. We're not getting additional advance right now. We're focused on floor 1. Sap Stack's doing work. Wilting Sapwood. What am I doing with this fight? So I have one Colkylia that is 3. I probably want that on floor 2 to stack Frostbite earlier. Wildwood Custodian is going on 1. Yeah, this is going on 3. And do I just want to, like, play it out and take some energy from it? Yes, because it'll make it easier to cast Thy Holiest Shield. I would like to play Quick on this Colkylia that does not have Quick. I don't think I'm going to play that accordingly in this run-through of the deck. 46 that you're taking. If I daze this floor, I save a considerable amount of health on you, but then I don't get the energy. And I have 3 different X+3 cards that I would love to max out on next turn. Fire takes 23 damage, regardless of what decision I make up there. Okay, yeah. So that means some of these things should just go elsewhere. Daze this floor and save the life on the sentient. Alright, so I need to set up you. And I am good with you dying. I am good with you taking this much damage. I want to protect you for right now. And you with the next set. Keeping you. Alright, so regenning you doesn't actually change how much damage you take this turn. Maybe your death is more immediate, and I should be more worried about you. I think this floor is kind of where it's at. I think 21 damage shields is like good enough for the first casting of that card. Okay, this is fine. We're dealing a considerable amount of damage here. Need to deal 9 more. I don't think I want the fire to take a hit. I think killing you is, like, via the fire is worth 1 damage shield. I think playing this 100% this turn, great. We'd like to save you from death, and then we'll save the remaining Thy Holiest Shield. There's so many incoming units. this floor is okay, this floor is okay, this floor is a problem. So that means I should just Titan's Tooth here. I need to get this going on this floor. The regen stacks are relevant. Then we'll go this floor, preserve a Titan's Tooth to play for later. Okay, I think we're okay. A little bit of worrying fire damage is slipping through. Oh no, am I dead to this? It takes 3 fire hits to kill you as of right now. I need to kill you. Which means I probably need to do this. Alright. We're now spooky enough that it's math time, right? Alright, so 91 is 3 fire hits, so it's 30 damage to my fire. That is a problem. Actually, I didn't math in the frostbite. So you go up to 14 damages from the fire, or from the frostbite. You take 14 and go to 91. Then you take 13 from frostbite and another 40 to 38. Okay. Alright, what can I do about this floor? You are a long-term issue to my livelihood. So maybe I do enhancing here and try to hit things on this floor a touch harder. Siren's Song could be very relevant in helping me finish off this fight. Okay, yeah, like... The other thing we can do is just, like, try to kill the boss before fire dies. Oh, no! So the fire gets hit a couple of times here. Is the fire dead? So you're at 101. You're taking 8 this turn, 4 from my attack and 4 from that. So that puts you to 93. You're then going to take 43 from the first fire hit, putting you to 50. You get 30 damage on the fire. I would like to decrease the number of damage that is. So a Titan's Tooth does a sting do that. Slash, how do I deal with you as well? So 40, 80, 84, 88, 87, 87, 97, double sting does not get there. Titan's Tooth would change that math, however, then I have you to worry about. The pyre is not dead currently. If I can kill you on floor 2, it doesn't matter, or if I can kill you on floor 1, it doesn't matter how much damage the pyre takes this turn. So, stacking up, like, which is better, Titan's Tooth versus Thy Holy Shield? 24 stacks of shield versus considerably more frostbite. I think 24 stacks of shield ends up being better. My regen is also interesting. Regen is worth 60. So each... I guess I can math this out, right? So, like, each casting the Thy Holy Shield for 24 means that I get 8 turns of, like, frostbite damage and stacking more frostbite. 8 turns is 24 frostbite applied, plus a considerable amount of damage. I think I let the fire go to 1 and hope that I can kill over the course of 2 turns. Question is, like, which floor does this damage shield go on? And what am I casting this for? I can cast it for the largest value next turn. I think I start here. Okay, cast these stings here. And then, like, the plan is cast this for lethal next turn. For the largest value that I can. Because I'm dealing more damage in a turn cycle up here and down here. Yep, alright. This is the plan. I am nervous. Sting, offering, get free Titan's Tooth, up to 802. And I imagine that we just cast this and hope for the best. Something that I'm always saying is that, like, your life total is a resource, no matter what game that you're playing, and you only need 1 health left in order to win. This run is an example of that. Life is a resource. Never forget it. Yeah, so like I said at the very beginning, Awoken plus Stygian, easy path to victory, right? Anyway, folks, I hope you all enjoyed that one. We definitely cut it closer than I've cut literally any of our other victories up to this point. I want to pull up the deck for just a second. I do get the opportunity to do that, right? Nope, I already clicked past the screen. Well, I guess I don't. Oh, no, here it is. So, I did not expect that fight to be that close. I underestimated how much the sap was going to do. So our units don't actually have that much power. So we were doing a very poor job of killing normal units under normal circumstances, but with the sap also taking out, like basically neutering this Cold Kylia and both of our guards, that largely left Frostbite to do the damage, and that was not stacking up quickly enough. The result was that we really had to allocate resources very carefully in order to win this fight. That was super satisfying. Have a great rest of the day, folks. I'll be back next week with some more.